Morning, guys. I got it running. That's it. Got it running a week ago and I took it around the block. I don't know if y'all can hear or see everything moving there. I just got done putting a 200 amp alternator on it. I guess you can see it right there. Alternator was dead, so I went ahead and got me a 200 amp one and put on it. Man, it's running good. Motor sounds good, no noise. Clutch feels good. Transmission sounds good. There's my Napa Gold oil filter. It makes a little bit of chain rattle on startup, but the way I understand it, these first gen ZR-1s do that. But I'm thinking about plumbing me in a preluder for the oil system with a little pump or something maybe. I don't know, but we'll see. Still smoking a little bit, but I think that's coming from all the oil that was that is in the mufflers and the exhaust. You know, there was so much in there, it was leaking from where the exhaust is put together on my floor. And I hadn't got it all burned out yet. I need to get the tags on it and take it down the road at a higher RPM and you know, get it good and hot, so it'll blow through there and it'll cook everything out of there. There's my instrument cluster working. I got my sending units reading right. I got a couple lights on over there. You know, that's going to come with time. I have a vacuum issue, and one of my O2 sensors is not reading right. Doggone air conditioning even works in this thing. So anyhow, I'm sitting in it, man. She's running. She's idling like a big dog. The alternator, it's not that hard to put on. You got don't take the pulley off the water pump like the factory service manual says. I don't know why they tell you to do that, but you don't have to do it. It's really not that bad. The worst part of the whole deal is getting that serpentine belt back on, and then that little vacuum hose that goes underneath the throttle body extension here. I put a new serpentine belt on it. Those are the hardest issues for me for putting the alternator on. It really wasn't that bad, but you can see if you drop something down in that hole, man, it's hard to get it out. But here's some of the tools that I used, you know, to do the whole thing with. You know, you got to take your oil sensor out, and you can see right there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Right there, where that alternator and the throttle body extension meets, there ain't no room there, man. I mean, it ain't focusing very well. But right there ain't no room in there, so just be mindful of that. I think one of the most important things is having you a headlamp. You know, I got a couple of them around here. This little dude right here, this little extended magnet, this one here's got a light on it. I can't get it turned on. You got to twist it to get it turned on, but it's got a little light bulb in the end of it there. That thing right there is worth its weight in gold. You guys can see it's still smoking just a little bit. But man, transmission feels good, clutch feels good, the engine don't make no noise. It's got great oil pressure. It's charging now. I'm ready to put tags on it, man, drive it down the road and get this thing heated up. Got to put gears in this headlight right here, so that'll be one of my next projects. I used, let's see here, y'all excuse my shop, it's a mess. I've been concentrating on, this is what I used in it with, I know this was overkill, but it's been so long since that thing's been run, man, I wanted it to be slick. And right here's the fuel injectors I bought. South Bay, I mean, they claim rebuilt, but you know, all they do is ultrasonically clean them out and test them. So, but they seem to be doing okay. I don't know. Check my fuel pressure regulator. I thought I might have had a problem with it, but it's working like a champ. Here comes the smoke. turn my fan around here so I can blow it out the shop. And this bad boy on high. But yeah, man, I gotta finish putting my fuel tank thing back together. I'm going to put a standalone stereo system in it. I don't know if you guys can see those speakers over there, but they're no good. So I'm just going to bypass that Bose stuff. I'm going to put a 7-inch Pioneer in here with a 1,000-watt amp, probably a 10-inch subwoofer, 6x9s in the back there, and 6.5s here in the front. There's a real good write-up on the Corvette forum for making a little housing to put the 6.5s in the front right here, and it seems to work. Guy did a great job. So anyhow, it's still burning oil and stuff off, and no leaks. I haven't seen any leaks under this car. Right now I got water in it because I'm sure I'm going to be tinkering with it, you know, and I just didn't want to waste the antifreeze. So anyhow, I just wanted to give a little update. She's a running, and I have driven her. I got a new brake master cylinder on it. I put it on last Sunday morning, and I bench bled it, stuck it on there, and started pumping it up. Had the wife pumping it, and I noticed that I wasn't building no pressure, so I looked in the back there, and didn't even have no brake shoes on the back, or brake pads on the back of it to push the pistons out of the calipers. So I had to take it all apart and push the pistons back in and put my brake pads on it. I'm going to need to put rotors on it too at some point, but right now, you know, I just want to get it moving so y'all can see the smoke. But it's not as bad as it was, man. When I first started this thing up, it was like I was doing a burnout all the way up the street. So anyway, I put the pistons back in the calipers and put my pads on it and bled it. They're not leaking. I ordered kits for it just in case, but they seem to be holding pressure, so that worked out good. My clutch slave cylinder and master cylinder is working out well. These engines are known for getting an air pocket in the water pump, and I didn't seem to have that issue. I got it full of water, man, I'm fortunate. The guy that sold it to me is a real straight shooter, man, and you know, I don't know that, I mean, I know he probably heard it run in the past, but while he had it, I don't know if it ever ran. But you know, I promised him I wouldn't part it out, and that I'd rebuild her and get her back on the road, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I still got a ways to go on it, but I'm making progress. But that's about it for today. You guys can hear her. I'll shut my mouth for a minute. I don't know if I can't rev it up from out here. I can't get to the throttle cables. But yeah, that alternator wasn't bad. I had Brian over at Batty.com rebuild my instrument cluster for me, and he recalibrated my tachometer. It's pretty amazing, man. He did a fabulous job on it. So now it's time to attack the interior. You guys can see I got it all tore apart, but I'm not going to put it back together until I get my stereo in here. And I got to check the horns. I don't have no horns. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, all right. Well, I just want to give you guys an update. Thanks for watching. Bye.